Live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video games, flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling news are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's the host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Well, hello there once again from my Big Beefy Man Cave here in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Once again, this is another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I am the perpetrator of these shenanigans and host, Mr. Eric M. Lima. What's going on, everybody? This is the final video of the day, or of the night, as we call it. It's 10:46 p.m. I'm gonna do 3 videos, upload them, and then we're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all about AEW Dynamite tonight, Title Tuesday. It's a special Title Tuesday because of the baseball playoffs that are occurring. In fact, tomorrow night will be Game 1 in the TBS NLCS as the San Diego Padres, who knocked off the heavily favored Dodgers, will face also a team that knocked off another heavy favorite in the Atlanta Braves, the Philadelphia Phillies. And the winner of this Best of 7 series will go to the World Series to face the winner of the Yankees and Astros in the ALCS. And personally, I'm not rooting for either the Yankees or Astros because I don't like them. So, here we go. Trio's title was on the line. Death Triangle, that's Pac, the former All-Atlantic champion who lost the title to Orange Cassidy, teaming up with the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix, and El Pentasierra Miedo, going up against the best friends, that's Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor, and Orange Cassidy. And, despite the fact that Pac tried to use the hammer, but Rey Fenix says no, but instead, Death Triangle did retain the trio's titles. Then John Moxley, who's been traveling around his hometown, was cutting a promo on Adam Page, how he's going to beat Adam Page to retain his title. Tony Schiavone interviewed Britt Baker, Rebel, and Jimmy Hayter. They seem not to be very happy about the Interim Women's Championship match between Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. That match was happening next. Toni Storm retained her title. Toni Storm looks gorgeous with that new hair. It's a little like Marilyn Monroe-ish. And I think she's trying to get that retro look. And Toni Storm's gorgeous, no matter what. But then after the matchup, after Toni Storm beat Hikaru Shida, which I was kind of sad because it's very hard to root against either one of these two beautiful ladies. I like both of them. But you know what? It's Toni Storm's time. But Rebel and Jamie Hayter attacked Toni Storm. And then while Britt Baker was arriving, Saraya ended up fighting Britt Baker as she comes out. And then Riho makes her return and starts waylaying Rebel and Jamie Hayter. And that will lead to a match next week as Riho returns and she takes on Jamie Hayter. Wardlow and Samoa Joe cut a promo on the Kingdom addressing what there happens. It seems like a collision course between the two of them down the road. Renee Paquette interviewed FTR, but then Swerve in Our Glory interrupts them. It seems like a #1 contenders match for the AEW World Tag Team titles, and that's going to happen next week at the regular time and place. Alex Marvez interviewed Jay Lethal and Darby Allin, and Sanjay Dutt running his mouth. Darby Allin retorts back. They attack Darby Allin and they use a garage door to hurt him even more. Tony Schiavone interviewed William Regal, and William Regal's about to address the crowd in Cincinnati until MJF interrupts William Regal, addresses him, and talks to him how he was told to get William Regal to get a job anywhere in the WWE, basically. Well, he berated Regal. It's a passionate speech. You gotta listen to it. It's hard for me to pay attention because I was trying to watch AEW Dynamite via stream and via live stream while I was trying to watch NXT. So it's a passionate speech by MJF. God respect the kid. God respect him. So and then Regal responds back about that, and then William Regal extended his hands out, turned his back, says attack me, and then all of a sudden he fought. He didn't do it. So MJF didn't pull the trigger. So I don't want to know what's up with that. Meanwhile, Renee Paquette interviews the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, And the Acclaim kind of knew what was going on when Smart Mark Spelling started stealing trademarks. He said, well, guess what? Titles for your trademarks. So that means if the varsity athletes, since they took the name of the varsity Blondes, the varsity athletes, Tony Nese and Josh Woods, if they beat the Acclaim, they become AEW Tag Team Champions. But if the Acclaim beats them, they get their gimmicks back, their copyrights back, and retain their titles. That's the stipulation. Smart Mark Spelling wants to smack him upside his head. What a dummy. Anyways, then after commercial break, Renee Paquette interviews Bryan Danielson. They talked about, how disappointed he was in Daniel Garcia. Will Uter is upset about it. Ring of Honor World Title on the line. Chris Jericho defends it against Dalton Castle, and Chris Jericho had Jake Hager with him, and I knew Jake Hager played a factor in this, and Jericho retained the title. And he says that he's going to eradicate everything with everything which has to do with Ring of Honor, announcers, referees, and he goes, not announcers, referees, ring announcers, referees, and announcers. They tried to attack, they tried to attack commentators as well. Ian Riccoboni was on commentary, and after the match was over, but then Jerry Lynn got into Jericho's face, stops him, and then Jericho attacks Lynn and pile drives him. So, yeah, Chris Jericho, king of the stupid idiots. You just made the list. Renee Paquette was interviewing the baddies, Layla Gray and Kiera Hogan, and Jay Card goes, where's the title? They don't have it, disappeared. And then Jay Card goes threatening to hold a show hostage for about 15 minutes until she gets her title back. So Nyla Rose, if I were you, I'd give the lady back her title. AEW World Title on the line. Jon Moxley defending against Adam Page. Both men were fighting before the bell. They were brawling because Adam Page was sick and tired waiting for Moxley. So he came out at the Moxley, and then these two went at it. I mean, they went at it. You see MJF. Originally, he was holding the casino chip that he won in that casino battle royal. You can cash it in any time. Both men fought hard, but then, stuff's not done yet. After Moxley retained the title against Adam Page due to a referee's discretion, he addressed the hometown crowd. Then he said, well, MJF, I know you got that chip in. Why don't you do it? Cash it in right now. MJF decided to respond to the challenge by grabbing Bryce Ramsberg and said, well, the ring is about to cash it in. But the bell did not ring. And so, but then MJF grabbed Maxwell Jacob Freeman, for those who gave him a score, decided to change his mind at the last minute. But then MJF had a great idea. He can be a genius. Ladies and gentlemen, MJF officially is letting everybody know he's catching in that casino chip at Full Gear. That's right, Full Gear. That's what he said. Full Gear. And that's going to be something. I gotta tell you. So MJF being playing smart. So he says he'll deliver the NXT women's matchup in Full Gear, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that is gonna be November the 19th, by the way. In that. So that's how. And then Moxley says you're gonna get beat up. William Regal starts laughing when MJF says, I will cash it in. I will cash it in. All right, then. So that's all the time we have on this show, on this episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977 with AEW Dynamite Tuesday title Tuesday Dynamite. So I'm really excited about this, and so that's it for right now. So I can't watch Impact Wrestling because I don't have Access TV. Plus, I got Rant and Rave this Thursday. So there's that. And also let's see not only that, this Saturday also, we'll be playing Night Slashers for the Saturday Superstarcade. Also, now we'll give you the report on what's going to go on, what went on at Halloween Havoc. So this is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be very interesting, so to say the least. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Have a good night. And until the next episode, please, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E tour for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Sweet Bumbling Bofo Raver Telepictures and Distribution. See you next episode, and have a very blessed day.